Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. We have a cavern, which is great. We have multiple ways of making multiple land drops in a single bounce land, so we'll keep this. What do we want to do first? Probably just forest, pass the turn. So forest on cavern, and then maybe we do explore, or maybe we do forest, cavern, and belligerent yearling, depending on what we draw. See what our opponent's up to. Rakdos, we're getting scammed. I don't know. So what's more important, the yearling or the explorer? Oh wow, another sword tooth. I think we want to get down explorer fast as possible. Although this yearling, we'll start punching in some damage if we can make another land drop. Of course, if that's all assuming that it doesn't get fatal pushed or bolted. Well, let's go for max damage and just see if that route, since we have 3 wayward swordtooths, assuming our opponent has a not so aggressive, or maybe they have a handful of creatures and or fables, and then we can just start swinging in every turn from here on out if we can draw an untapped land with our 5 trampling. Maybe they go, who knows, Dalthy Voidwalker, then it would just trade. No, I can't block then. Yeah, keep forgetting that Shadow also can't block. It is it's a vampire. Whenever a cordial vampire or another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control. Alright, vampires. It's exciting. I love playing in the free zone precisely because you get to play so many fun different decks. And now our plan is going to hopefully pay off because we have a 5/2 swinging in. This may be the first time we've actually seen, well, maybe the first time in a very long time. I can't remember some of those early matches where Belligerent Yearling is going to do some work. Let's return the Keswick Wolfrun to our hand since it comes in untapped and it's a non-basic in case they're playing land destruction. Don't know why they go after the Keswick Wolfrun, but it does put a faster clock on our opponent if we draw a red source. Alright, so vampires, it's either a jank tribal build or some sweet synergies or both. Turn 3 Aether Vial, right on time. Just the way our opponent wanted it, I'm sure. Yeah, alright, Cordial Vampire number 2. Will our janky beats get there? So, if you've been watching me play this deck, you know that, I mean, I don't cut Belligerent Yearling. I love Belligerent Yearling, and this is exactly why I love Belligerent Yearling. Because of this possible, I don't know, maybe we, I was going to say maybe we want to, well, let's do this first. I was going to say we could explore first. Psych. Alright, let's play Keswick Wolfrun. See what we draw. We could draw a Hammer Skull, which is a 6/6. There's a Gruul Turf. Okay. We're going to make a lot of land drops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can make 8, 9, and then back to 8. So we can't attack yet. Belligerent Yearling getting some damage in. So this is why I don't cut it, because of these potentially really fast starts that I don't want to just I could cut it for, I don't know. I mean, obviously this is an amulet. This is not prime time, so we don't have, we could cut it for ways to search up our pieces. But then it just becomes more like Amulet Titan. And if you're going to be like that, we might as well just be Amulet Titan. We do have some synergies or some similarities with Amulet Titan. But I'm trying to make this Amulet Dinosaurs. And Belligerent Yearling has some really cool synergies in so much as we're seeing now. That from turn 3 on, it becomes a 5-2 with Trample. And then with Ghalta, it becomes a 12-2 with Trample. And next turn, is this a third Cordial Vampire? Okay, well, our opponent has got all the Cordial Vampires and possibly ready to go off. Alright, Croxa. Do we want to discard the Keswick Wolfrun or the Wayward Swordtooth? What do we? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can't. If we draw a land, we can't. So the Keswick Wolfrun lets us pump this guy. This one lets us make him into a 5-2. So they're both really good. I think we're gonna just Wayward Swordtooth. It pains me, but this Keswick, if we draw a land, almost anything we draw next turn we can cast. I think anything we draw next turn we can cast. And then we can also play the Keswick Wolfrun, which will turn on every single one of these Wayward Swordtooths. Okay, so the Croxa dies. They grow massive vampires. I see. That's kind of cool. Getting in. Okay, well 4/4s aren't 5/5s. What do we draw? Another land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we can attack and I think just pump whichever one they don't block to kill for lethal. So we're seeing the aggressive Belligerent Yearling start. I'm not going to do the math, but I'm pretty sure we have enough mana to pump whatever we need to, unless they have some sort of 1-drop that can soak up enough damage. Nope, they scoop it up. Alright, so yeah, this is why I like Belligerent Yearling in the deck. This uncommon from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It gives us a turn 5 win here against a janky vampire deck. Who knows how janky though? I mean, that's some cool synergies. Definitely had a janky draw, triple Cordial Vampire. And yeah, I mean, it just lets you punch in if they don't answer it. Goes unchecked like that. We just got in damage after damage and to finally win. And I'm glad I made the choice to keep Keswick Wolfrun because that's what allowed us to get the game. Pugnacious Hammer's Skull. Terror of the Peaks. Yeah, we were also drawing really well. So when you get multiple land drops in a game, turns out it's pretty good with your Amulet Dino deck. Some Brotherhood's in against what looks to be a low-to-the-ground tribal deck that might be also looking to go big in the late game. We can take out the One Ring. We can bring in some Veil of Summers to protect ourselves. I don't... My opponent's nice, saying good game. It's always nice to meet a friendly opponent. Hi, opponent. Hope you enjoy the content. Thank you for playing a cool, fun, different deck. Brotherhood's in. We could bring in the Veil of Summers. Yeah, he was saying the vial was wasted. I better finish sideboarding before I continue chatting. So we got to cut 4 cards. I usually go down the Explorers. I mean, they're powerful ramp as we saw there, and it's good to make early. We'll take down 1 Yearling and 1 Terror. It's good to make early land drops to ramp if we have that kind of start. Opponent says that the vial was wasted, and it was. I mean, when you draw it on turn 2 or 3, that's not what you want to see. Ooh, double Ghalta. Well, we've had this kind of hand before and gotten punished, but I'm going to try it. We do have 1 land that comes into the battlefield untapped. Nice. I'm just chatting away. Hold on. It's a classic Ixalan matchup. Alright. So we'll probably gonna run this out first. F6. So if just as a what do they used to call those things? Public service announcement. It's another cordial vampire. Never just click always OK with Versus Saga. That's that's my best advice to you, dear viewer. Well, we got a slower hand, but we will get this turn. We'll see how slow it's going to be honest. If that was a mountain, we would be much happier right now. Alright, opponent says their deck has a twist, which of course it does. I mean, that unless you really... I mean, you play... Vampires is a powerful tribe that's gotten a lot of support over the years, so you could probably just play it straight up the curve and have a very aggressive strategy, but who wants only an aggressive strategy when you can also have some sort of sweet twist synergies? Looks like it might be some graveyard shenanigan twists. Alright, so we have the Ghalta. This turn we will get the amulet. Hope it doesn't... Our opponent didn't bring in a braids or something. I mean, if they did, they could just... Well, this is an enchantment right now. I was going to say, if it's in a braid, they can't do that, but yeah. Alright, let's make sure we don't click. Veil of Summer is good. Add the mana. Go get the Amulet of Vigor. And then we have 1 mana, so we can get a total... Alright, that's good. So we're going to stack our things correctly. Then we can just return this bounce land to our hand for now, since it gives us the most value. Play Pugnacious Hammerskull. We're missing our ways to make extra land drops, and that's what's going to slow us down this game. And red. We're also missing red. Now we're going to hold up the green source for Veil of Summer, which is going to be good for us. Hopefully draw us a red source so that we can hopefully draw us... Oh man, hopefully draw us a Wayward Swordtooth so that we can possibly just go straight off and play... Well, if we draw a Wayward Swordtooth, we're playing Ghalta next turn. If we... Even an Arboreal Grazer might let us play Ghalta. No. So the problem with the Arboreal Grazer, of course, is the 0 power. So red source to give us Belligerent Yearling. And also turn on the Slayer Stronghold. Alright, so they have some synergies here. They're going to grow their thing, discard a card to draw a card. Looking for Fatal Push or something like that. Double Ghalta. It's pretty nice. See if they're going for Thought Seize or something. Silver S'more Ghoul. They're unearthing. Okay, at the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 more life this turn, return it. So they're gonna, looks like, do some more sacrificing. Question is, do we want to run out this Veil of Summer just to draw a card to try to get closer to something to do next turn? Because right now we have a handful of nothing that we can cast next turn. Return target creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, so opponent is doing some major looping, drawing a lot of cards. Bone Shards. Cost sacrifice this creature or just destroy target creature. Alright, so this is our time for Veil of Summer. Drew into the Grazer. And now we need a red source. Red source, or Wayward Sawtooth. Red source. Can we cast Ghalta? I don't know what kind of loop they have going. I'm just trying to, it's a lot going on there. A lot of ins and outs. Okay, so I think 9. So let me do the math. We need 3 mana extra. So we play the Gruul Turf, tap it, bounce it back to our hand, play the Yearling, play 1 green, play the Grazer, play the Gruul Turf, and then we're 1 short, I think. Okay, so we're gonna at least run out this Gruul Turf. Now, do we want to return it to our hand or return this forest to our hand? So if we return this to, we have another bounce land in our hand for double green next turn. So we can go ahead and tap this for green, just to make sure we have. So let me just do the math again. So if we run this, if we bounce, we'll have 1 green. We can do the Grazer, we'll get 2 mana, and then that's really just not enough. Okay, so we'll return this to our hand. Play this. Next turn we can play Forest into Grazer and Ghalta, or Slayer Stronghold maybe, because it gives it haste. Alright, I think we're going to hold back. Could have played the Grazer this turn into the Slayer Stronghold. That might have been the right play, actually. Am I going to regret that? I think we just swing in. They only have 1 card in hand. This will board wipe them if they want to double block, and they take it. Yeah, I think I misplayed. So I think what the best play there would have been Grazer into Slayer Stronghold, and then next turn we would have had this and this, so we'd have 4 mana. Could have got, I don't know though, really, actually. Okay, anyway, we'll just see. It could have been, that's what with the math, it's not a perfect science yet, like it is with Amulet Titan, I feel like. And I haven't played it enough reps to get Bone Shards, destroy target creature. Which one are you going to go for? Yep. Alright, they're out of cards. And now we can't cast Ghalta because they killed our 6/6. At least maybe, I don't think. We need 9 mana, so we're going to get Grazer. 1, 2. Whew, 11. Alright. If we can get this Ghalta, yeah, they're gonna hold back a blocker. It's probably smart. And they're thinking, wait a minute, are we gonna die? Wayward Swordtooth would still be our best draw, I think. We'll see what we can get up to, though. Oh, another forest. Okay. So we tap this. We get 2 mana. We go down to 1. We play a Sanctuary. Untap it. Tap it. Get up to 3. Bounce the Gruul Turf. Play the Gruul Turf. Get to 5. And that's not enough. So maybe we just... I don't know what to do. Okay. We're under a lot of pressure now ourselves, so when do we... Getting rid of that Hammer Skull, that was a good last card for our opponent, because I just can't figure out... the math is escaping me, so this is going to cost 9, and I just don't see us getting to 9 this turn. We can get up to 5, right? 2, 4, 5. Alright, so play a land. I don't think I missed any shenanigans last turn, did I? Did I miss a land drop or something? Oh, we're down to 3 lands. Maybe that's kind of embarrassing if that's what happened. I don't think it was, though. I think I just had the Gruul Turf that I ended up having. I got the Amulet of Vigor off the Urza Saga, played the Gruul Turf. Yeah, so maybe I did. Who knows? I'll have to go watch it back. Alright, so now we're under a ton of pressure. We really need a Wayward Swordtooth or bust, and then... and haste, okay. Maybe we're just dead. 3, 11, 14, that's Xaxes. Which means we are in trouble. Man, look at that. Cordial Vampire going off. What's our best draw? Veil of Summer is not good. Oh yeah, that's one thing we did. Okay. Well, I think we're just dead. Green. Yep. Alright. Well, we did... I think there are some places we misplayed. Too late. Definitely some places where we misplayed. I'm pretty sure. Opponent's super nice, though. It's nice to play against a friendly opponent. Okay, and then we might want to bring in some Tormod's Crypt. Maybe just one. I don't know. They have some graveyard shenanigans. Veil of Summer. We're on the play. That was... Maybe we go down a single. I mean, Ghalta is so powerful in our strategy. Brotherhood's End does not look as good when your opponent just goes off like that. Explore is one of our faster starts. Alright, I think we're just going to try to maximize our speed. Maybe one Veil of Summer. I have no idea, really. I mean, this is part of the playing the deck, is figuring out the best ways to sideboard, and this, of course, not true. I do have an idea, but you know, you just kind of double Amulet. I think that's a snap keep from... We don't have any... We need to draw well, but we have double Amulet. So, what more can you ask for? Well, what more we can ask for is a red source, but any of our 3-drop dinosaurs, please, off the top. They have their best turn 1 start. Brotherhood End, right on time. So we get 2, 2, 4. It's just not enough. I mean, Ghalta costs 12. Next turn would be a Primeval Titan if this wasn't a Ghalta. And we need double red to do any of our if we drew Terror of the Peaks, we can't cast it. We just drew a double red spell, which is great as far as ways to interact with what they're doing, Bloodcast. But yeah, I mean, see if our deck can come together for us. Another Ghalta. Our deck is mocking us again. I mean, we don't even need to do this, do we? Let's just run it out for the reps. We have 6 mana. It's just not enough. We'll return this forest. And yeah, I mean, this is 12 mana. Alright, well, we'll see if we can just draw. We drew a Brotherhood's End and then a Ghalta. Alright, well, something that isn't a land. Is that a possibility? Or a red source, so that, I mean, even this Bloodcast is just going to keep coming back, and then coming back again. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to be off to the races. So, Wayward Sawtooth. I mean, if they have interaction, I think they might be able to stop us, but they are not. Alright, well, that's a lot of pressure, but the opponent says they can go off too, so we'll sit back and watch the show, enjoy our opponent's turn. See what our opponent does. They're going to scry. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. So they're going to do that a couple times. Since they have a fetch land. Priests of Forgotten Gods. Sacrifice 2 other creatures. Any number of target players each loses 2 life and sacrifices a creature. You add 2 black and draw a card. Okay. So they can make us sack a Ghalta. See what else I mean, they said they could maybe go off, so we'll see what kind of combo shenanigans they have. I mean, they have a lot of mana. They're going to get the Bloodcast. They have the Aether Vial and 4 mana. Now they can sack both of these if they want, or they can just run something out. Yeah, that's they probably don't want to sack this if they don't have to. The Visier's here, since they get value out of it. Quarter Vampire about to get big. So do we want to get rid of the Wayward Swordtooth? So this is where we would like to see the Tormod's Crypt. Sacrifice creature. I mean, yeah, this is our combo piece, but this is our finisher, so we're going to sack the Wayward Swordtooth and hope that the Ghalta sticks around. It's hard to believe it's going to stick around, so it may have been smarter just to set. No matter if they can kill the Ghalta, they can kill the Wayward Swordtooth, though. So no matter what, it looks like they're probably going to be able to answer our board. So we're left probably looking to hopefully draw another Wayward Swordtooth or some way to make multiple land drops to cast a second. The thing about Wayward Swordtooth is you saw it let us get the Ghalta down the same turn, and if we just draw an Explorer or an Arboreal Grazer, that's not going to work. But maybe they're not going to be able to. Maybe they're not going off totally, and this is going to be the end. We can dream. Okay, return target creature. Yeah, this is where the Tormod Crypt is important for us. And they're going to give it haste. They're going to sack these two. Make us sack a Ghalta. Yep. Now we would like to draw a red source. Or we want a red source or a Wayward Swordtooth. Because now we're left again with. So we copy the Mycosynth Gardens. We get up to and play a bounce land. Or we use the Mycosynth Gardens to copy the Amulet of Vigor. We get 2, 4, 6, 8. And that, however, is not dead. That's not 12. So, okay. Well, opponent still has 2 cards in hand. They have some synergies, and we really needed to hit a red source there. Oh, we can hit a wait. Add mana. We can add 1 mana of. We can add a single red. That is not 2 red. All right. So if we get a single red, we can't do anything. So we're left again. I mean, of all the lands, I'm not sure that's one we wanted to see, but it does help us, in theory, get to this Ghalta faster. And they're going to make another Bloodghast. They have now Priest of Forgotten Gods. They can answer any of our big threats by sacking 2 creatures, one of which they can get back every turn with a land. So I think opponent, yeah, they're in a good position right now, and a Cordial Vampire. So nice synergies. We're sort of dirtling and fizzling. We had the double Amulet of Vigor hand without a red source and just in a Ghalta, but we drew a Brotherhood in a second Ghalta. So really the only draw that has been good for us is the Wayward Swordtooth. So we really need some help off the top. And we need it now. Assuming our opponent isn't about to kill us. They have 1 card in hand. I guess we just yield until next end step at this point. And they could kill our Mycosynth Gardens, I think. But alright, down to 8. And this has Death Touch, so even a Ghalta is going to die to blocks, because we're going to need to block. Or they're going to get the Bloodghast back. I mean, there's just a lot. We need, and then now that's out of range of Brotherhood's End, we draw another useless forest. So we have now 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, you can see why Amulet Titan is the preferred finisher. Ghalta needs pieces to work. To come down fast and cheap. And it's great when it does, but when you're left with 2 Ghaltas in hand and no synergistic pieces to ramp into it to help lower its cost, even with 3 Amulet of Vigors and a bounce land, next turn I think we can cast it, right? But we're dead, I'm pretty sure. The Bloodghast is going to come out. So we would, next turn, we'd get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Can we still not cast it next turn? Man. Yeah, it's rough. We need the, without the extra land drop or some sort of way to, and then they have a Bloodgust. Yep, and then 6, 7, we'll see. We might just be to 1, which is basically dead. I'm gonna hold that back. Some awkward drawing. Alright, well, I'll say goodbye and add him to my friend list since it's going to stop the video anyway. But for CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll get a better, less clunky draw next time. Catch you on the next one. This has been another edition of Keeping Modern Janky with Johnny Cycles. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my website, CyclesGaming.com, for original Magic the Gathering content. You can read about my Commander decks or my Janky Modern brews. My latest article is about the Zombie Precon and its effect on Commander. I give you a couple different deck lists. If you're interested in a science fiction / fantasy novel, be sure to check out my book, The Podcon. I'm publishing it serially, a couple chapters every month. Again, thanks for watching. Check me out on YouTube, Johnny Cycles. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.